and welcome to the Grow with Glow podcast. My name is Gloria Anthony, and I will be your host today. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, listening or watching this podcast, let me introduce myself to you. As I said, my name is Gloria Anthony. I am an event designer, an instructor, and I hold occasional workshops to help event professionals, better their craft and make more money. I started my event designing business about 4 years ago while unemployed, and I grew my business into having now two showrooms, doing hundreds of weddings a year, um, and now my goal is to basically grow my business and have a lot of showrooms, have several showrooms and location throughout the US, and expand it to my home, which is Africa. As you notice already, I have an accent. So I am from Togo. We are a small country in West Africa. If you have heard about Nigeria or Ghana in the past, we are somewhere there in the middle. So I am hoping to share my experience and with entrepreneurs. Some of the topic will be specific to those in the event industry. I will also have, along the line, I will have some friends over to the podcast and some people that are in, business, and some that are specific to the event industry. So let's get started on today's episode. So last week was my first time that I recorded the podcast in a video, and I did it at my showroom, and I had a really nice blush backdrop, which my plan is to continue using. But today there was a snowstorm. It snowed a lot. I live in the Midwest, so it snowed a lot. So I usually record my podcast very early in the morning because I am a mother of two little toddlers. So I wanted to get out, but it would have taken me another 45 minutes to just kind of clean my car up, my driveway, and things like that. So I'm like, why not record it at home? So I am taking over my husband's, desk. I'm taking over his office to record this. It's about 6 a.m. in the morning, so nobody's up really, so it's quiet. I hope nobody will be up and distract us. If he happens, I hope it will not be a big deal for you. So in today's episode, and again, if you are listening to this podcast on Anchor or Google, you know, uh, you know, podcast or anywhere, the sound might not be perfect today because I'm recording at home. It's in my basement, and I think I'm really close to the fan too. So, but I think you will hear me. Um, Last week, the topic of last week was make it until you fake it. So I was trying to play around with the sayings that goes, fake it until you make it. How some things you don't have to fake it. You can actually use those into your advantage as a small business, because that's they usually goes for starters, small businesses. um, Meaning that even if you are not big yet, you can fake it until you get there. So my topic last week was actually saying you don't have to fake, some things. You can just use those things that are considered quote unquote disadvantage to you, and turn them into your advantage. So today I am going to talk about the other side. Fake it until you make it, right? Not good at choosing the title for the podcast, but I will get the content right, or at least I'll try. Okay, so in today's podcast, or the video, if you are watching it on YouTube, will be fake it until you make it. How, as a very small business or as a starter with little to no resources, how you can present yourself as a legit business, as a professional business, um, and be able to get your sales, get your clients, and grow your business, right? Because at the end of the day, our goal or your goal as a business, unless you are a nonprofit, is to make some money, which are sales and things like that. So let's get started. So so I so instead of fake it until you make it, I think I'm going to title it as 10 steps, um you know 10 steps, or 10 ways that you can fake it until you make it. Like I say, I'm not good with the title, but I'll get the content right. so so I made a list of few things or ways that you can really make your small business look professional or legit. Even though you are probably running it from your basement, you probably still have your 9 to 5 job and things like that. You can still make your business be professional, legit, so that people can trust you with their money or their services. Because at the end of the day, most people, especially those who will trust you with a large amount, they want to make sure that you are a legit business, you are professional, you will be able to execute. Okay, so that's when it comes down to the first thing first. If you have an idea and you decide to start a business, first thing first, get your EIN. Okay, it's free on the IRS website, irs.gov website. Get your EIN, and then file your LLC or whichever corporation type you will be using. File it with your states. Okay, even going back, if you are going to start a business and you have a name for it, go to your state's business website, look up that name, make sure that the name is available, and then go ahead and get your EIN on the irs.gov website and file your LLC. I know mine was like $100. In my other states, it's like 160. So it's really not much. If you can do it yourself, there are websites such as LegalZoom. Also, they are not paying me for this, of course. LegalZoom and some other website that can do it for you for like a small charge. But it is very, very important. Okay, if you don't want to use your own money for it, your first sales, the profits that you make from your first few sales should be used to do that. Get your EIN and then file your LLC with the states. Some of the states, depending on the service that you are providing, you might have to register for a sale, for sales, taxes too. So that's that. If you are in a business that requires some professional, licenses, you need to make sure that you get those things in order as well. I'm going to be a little bit specific to those in the event industry now. If you are in the event industry or you are an event designer, you basically need to get your EIN from the IRS, .gov website, and then get your LLC with your states. Okay, it's easy as that. If you need help with that, message me. I posted about it in my Facebook group, so you can do that as well, because it gives you credibility. Okay, and it doesn't cost you much to do that. So the second thing on my list to do is to get a dedicated phone number for your business. This is really important. That way, I do that because when I get my business call, you still want to be able to answer, thank you for calling, GloGlo Creations, this is Gloria, how may I help you? Instead of getting a phone call from a friend or somebody like, hello, what's up? You don't want to do that when you're getting a call from your potential client. So in order for you to make sure that who is calling, you should get a phone number for your business. Okay, I know for one of my businesses, I use Google Voice, and it's basically free. The app is still on your regular phone, but there is a setup that you can set up so that you can know if the call is coming to your Google Voice account or if the call is coming to your personal phone number. You can, a text message and all those things through that. So you can, set up your voicemail as your professional voicemail and things like that. That way, even though you are still running this business from your basement, even though you are still working your 9 to 5 job, when your potential client is calling, you can respond professionally, because you know that that call is meant for your business, not a personal call. So that's another way that you can fake it until you make it. And the third things on my list is to get a website, and then build a social media presence. Um, in this day of age, no matter the business that you have, and even if you are selling groceries, even if you're doing hair, if you having a home health business, you still need to have a presence online. In some of the business, you might be required to have a lot of presence. Some of them you might just need to have a website there and a social media page, but it is very, very important. And again, I am going to be specific to those in the event industry. You need a website, you need a Facebook page, you need an Instagram page, at least those three things. And the social media account, the Facebook and the Instagram, cost zero. Okay. I see some people use their personal account to do it, to give you more credibility, to give you more, professional look. It's better to use your is better to have a business account or in use. As far as the website goes, it does not cost much either. I created my own website using Wix. People use, Spotify and so on. It does not have to be perfect when you started. If I show you how my website looked when I started, it was horrible, but at least I had a website with some basic informations, and then you can even hire some people from, Fiverr.com to do your website for you. Which is not going to cost you much, but you need a website, a presence. Even if you don't have a location yet, you need a website, because when you are looking for a service in your area or something, you first go on Google, or even if the name of the business was given to you as a referral, the first thing you want to go to is on their website. So yeah, especially if you are in the event industry, a website is very important. That's where you can put the you can have a gallery on your website to show your works and so on, introduce yourself on your website and things like that. So it makes you look professional and reputable. The fourth thing on my list is you need to create a business email. This is very important. My business email, my main one, has the gloglocreations.com domain, and I think I paid $25 or $40 per year for it. So it's basically linked to my website. So my website is gloglocreations.com. So I have info at gloglocreations.com. Just look professional. You don't have to do it exactly like that. Some people use gmail.com, which is fine, but whenever you are going to set up the gmail.com account. So let's say your business is GloGlo Creations. Get GloGlo Creations at gmail.com. Okay. gloglocreations@gmail.com. Again, when you are choosing your business name, it is very important to research your name to make sure if you are going to set up an email, this will be easy for you. Your name will be available for an email, for a website, and so on. So it's very important, researching those things before you set up your name. If you have already set up your name, you can still tweak it around to find that available name for your business. Okay. So it is very important to have a business email. Even myself, I take it as far as to setting up a signature in your business email, right? And I believe I made a video about this on my page. If you guys want to know how to do it, I can make another video to show you. But if you're using, your Gmail, it is super easy. You go to your setting and you can set up a signature with your name, with your phone number, and the name of the business. You can even put the logo there. So every time you email somebody, it shows your business information, and it is professional and neat. Okay. And then have a signature set up. So let's say you are going on a vacation, or you are going away. Since you are running this business as a one-man show or one-woman show, it is very important to set up vacation email settings. So basically, whenever somebody emails you, they can get a reply back from you right away to say, hey, we are closed, or I am closed from this, I'll be back at this time. Those are little things that are very important. Those are ways that you can fake it before you make it. Even though you don't have a big team yet, you can still have that professional look, has that have that professional look that will give confidence to your potential or your potential clients or your clients. The fifth thing I'm gonna say is to open a business account. So open a business bank account with your bank. It is very, very important, and it doesn't cost anything. Most banks will require your EIN and your LLC. They will see your EIN and your LLC form. Some of them will have you file another form with them. They will show you how to do it. But I have 2 business accounts with 2 different bank accounts. One of them require my EIN and my LLC, and then another form that was easy for me to fill out because I just Googled it online. I don't remember the form. The other bank, West Fargo, they just needed a copy of my EIN and then the copy of my LLC when I registered with the state. So those were the 2 things that they needed. Again, it makes you looks professional. It makes your client trust you better. And then even when it comes to applying to some grants or some loan for your business, it helps your chances if you already have a business bank account. And also, while you have that business bank account, as soon as you set up that business bank account, you need to set up ways for your customers to be able to pay you with anything other than cash, because people trust you more if you are taking check with your business name, if you have ways for them to pay with their credit card, even if you have to charge an extra fee for that. It is very important to have that set up. It gives flexibility to your clients. It makes you look like those big businesses. So yeah, you need to set up payment system, and these are very easy, like Square. You can use Square, and it costs you nothing at the end of the month. they take a transaction fee, which you can always include into your invoice while you are billing your client. So those are 5 steps. I'm going to stop the video here and do another segment with the other 5 steps. Hello, so I'm back. I actually made my coffee when I was gonna start the video, but I kept talking and I haven't even started drinking it. So let me start before it get cold. I love coffee. It's not good for you. Oh, and this cup say boss lady. One of the ladies who work with me gave me this on my birthday, I think in 2019. Yes, I was gonna say last year, because 2020 was like nothing happened in 2020, so everything was the year before. Okay, so we were talking about ways that you can fake it until you can make it. So basically ways that you can make your itty bitty business look professional or look reputable, while you so that you can get sales and grow your business. Okay, so we talked about 5 ways already. I'm going to move on to the sixth one. So the 6th one is to have a meeting space for your business. Have a meeting space if your business require face-to-face meetings. Okay, when I started, I did not have a meeting space either. I was meeting people at a Panera Bread, Starbucks, and so on, and then sometimes even at my house. And looking back, my chances or the type of clients I was getting were kind of limited because of that. So if you're starting right now, it's okay to do a couple meetings at Starbucks, and especially if you are in the event industry, it's okay to do it for a couple times. But when you're listening to, I did a podcast earlier where I was telling you how you can actually get a meeting space to meet your client for free. If you are an event designer or somebody in the event industry, you can network with some people. Let me see. Well, I think what is showing in my video? Oh, it's the book. For some reasons I thought it was toys or something. My kids are always here. Okay, you can actually network with people in the event industry who have a venue, and give them a service for free, and then in return use their space to meet your clients. Okay, even if you are not in the event industry, there are ways to do that. There are ways to negotiate some arrangements. So let's say you are a photographer. You can also use somebody who has a venue, or you can come to somebody like me who has a showroom. Well, Gloria, do you mind once in a while, or you can say, Gloria, if you need anybody to take some style shoots for your website, some free pictures for your website, I'm willing to do that for you. So you do that once, and next time you say, Gloria, is it okay if I can come meet my clients at your place? And then do you want me to pay for that or anything? If you've done some free things for me, I'll probably be like, no, it's okay, you can come meet them at my space. I will be open from this time to this time. So there are ways to actually get a free space. So if you have a business that does accounting, stuff like that, where you just need a small office to meet your clients every once in a while, there are offices, there are small offices, there are co-working offices where somebody might use it from 5 to from 9 to 4 or 9 to 3, 9 to 5, and then you get it from 5 to 9 or 5 to 10. I know some in my city that's like $100, 150 per month, and it really boosts your clientele. It really make your business look professional, for you to attract paying clients. So it is very, very important. If you are running a business where you ship your things from home and things like that, you don't need an office, of course. Next thing is to set up a process. Set up a process for how you get your clients, how you book them, and then how you execute their services or their events. Have a process for that. Have a process. It doesn't have to be set in stone, but have a process to start up. Sorry. So in my case, I'm going to give you my example. So when I get my lead, so my leads meaning I made an ad on Facebook, and somebody messaged me, somebody messaged me on Facebook, somebody messaged me on my phone, somebody called me, somebody wrote me on my website, asking for a quote. So what I do is I always bring it back to my email. So I take their email and I either email them back our packages, or I email them back some questions to kind of know what they want and so on. So I do those things, and then we can schedule a meeting. So they can go ahead and schedule a consultation from my website, and then we do the meeting. I go over the things with them, they book right away, or I send them an estimate and they accept the estimate. I book them, and then I go and I make notes. I make notes in my system that I use now. I use Monday.com. I input all of their informations, everything that they want. I type everything that we have talked about, the date of the event and everything. I put them into Monday.com. I send them the invoice and they pay. They pay and they sign their contract. So that's my process. And it is consistent with almost everything that I book. I try to be consistent with it. Even when it comes to setting up for my events, we pack at least a day before the event. We set up, we bring everything back, and then Monday we had to rearrange everything back to where it's supposed to be. When I was doing everything by myself, it usually it takes me a few days to do it, but it was still a process that I was consistent with. So it's very important to do that. And the eighth thing is to treat all your social media accounts as if your potential clients are watching. So I see a lot of people post nice things, professional things on their business page, and on their personal page, it's a whole mess. It's a whole different ballgame. People are rude. Some people, even some of the business owners that I'm friend with, they even talk about their customers. They don't say their name, but they talk about their customers on their personal page. They rant, they complain, and it is not professional. Because if you are friends, so let's say you are friend with Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook, or you are friend with Bill Gates on Facebook, they are not gonna complain or rant about their clients or people that they had a deal with, or they are planning to have a deal with. They are not going to do that, because they know that everybody's watching. Okay, everybody's watching. So it is very important for you to have the same mindset. Even though you are not as big as them, act when it comes to your social media presence or your presence in your community. You need to act as if everybody's watching. I'm not saying to be fake or not to be authentic, but be kind, be nice, and be professional. Okay, Just your customers need you as much as you need them to. They will help you, build your business, realize your dream. So if I am a potential client and I am going to book you for my wedding, that's going to cost about 20K, 30K, 10K. I am going to find a way to research your company, research you, especially if you are a very small business. I am going to research you yourself and your company, and it's easy to find those things, even though you are posting and it's just your friend seeing it. Somebody can take a screenshot. So we need to really, really be mindful. Of course, you can be funny on your page, you can be silly and all those things, and I am the queen of silliness on my page. But you will never see me complain or rant about a client or a potential client. I might make a silly post or a funny post, but I'm never rude to my potential clients, and I never share anything specific, any stories about my clients on my personal page. That's why my husband is for. So yeah, be very, very mindful. Be very mindful. Be yourself. Be yourself on your social medias, accounts. Be yourself. Just be yourself. People like to see you. People like to see the real you. But you don't have to be rude. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to post your clients, personal experiences, because we do weddings and it's very stressful. Some weddings will make you question if you really want to continue this business. Some events, some clients will really make you question yourself. When those things happen, you can really rely to your rely on your close friend, your friend in the event industry. But it's not the time to go on social media and share those things. We got to be mindful. And number nine, hire help if you need it. Okay, I know you are trying to save money. You don't have the budget to have a staff on your payroll yet, but hire help if you need it, because your work look better and you are able to execute faster if you have help. Okay, and it makes you be more efficient. It makes you be more professional. So hire help. You don't have to have help as you don't have to have an employee as a salary or that. You can hire help on demand. You can hire help on demand, and don't be afraid of your help or your staff stealing your craft. Your craft is your craft, and you are you. Okay, there can never be somebody else like you. So don't be afraid to cheat your staff, your craft, or get somebody else to help you do some of those little stuff that are not really worth your time. Get somebody else to help you, especially if you are getting booked, if you are getting a lot of business. Why not? It makes you how do you call it, execute faster and better, and it makes your business look professional and all that. While you have help, let's say you are an event designer or you are a photographer, you are going out to do your event. Get some branded t-shirt for your staff, for you and your staff. Get your branded t-shirt. Set a dress code for everybody so that you guys can look professional and looks as if you were a big businesses. Even if you are using your car to bring the stuff to your events, you can even order some magnets. They are magnets, stickers with your business information that you can literally stick to your car when you are doing events in the weekend. And then Monday, when you are going back to your 9 to 5, you can go ahead and remove that. So those are magnets that you can order from Vista Prints and so on, to kind of brand brand yourself when you are heading out to either meet your clients or to either do those events in the weekend, you know. So those are easy ways that you can kind of fake it. um and then last thing is to be what did I say is to last thing I'm gonna say is to be, because I put something on the 10, but I think I thought about something else that would be more useful. Uh, okay, I'm trying to phrase it some other way. So last thing, the 10 thing is to stay away from the word I don't know. I don't know. Stay away from the word I don't know. Especially if you are in the event industry or you are an event designer. Trends are coming all the time. New things are coming, new setup, everybody is different. So it doesn't matter if you took a designing class or anything before, or it doesn't matter if you learn a bunch of things before. There will always be new stuff that your client will be asking you that you have never done or you have no idea how to do it. So if you are planning on taking on that job, stay away from the word I don't know. I don't know exactly how to do that. I'm not sure exactly. I'll have to check. Stay away from those words. If you feel like you are gonna do it, just say I'm gonna do it. I'll figure it out. Even if you don't know how much it's gonna cost and things like that, you can say, yeah, we can do that for you. I can do that for you. Let me go ahead and get back to you with the price within 2 days or whatever. Then you go ahead and research it. Okay. I cannot tell you how many times I sat in meetings with my clients and they are showing me some designs and why not, and I had no clue how to execute it. No clue. But I took on the work and I did execute. I look at it and I'm like, you know what, this is something that I can do. Yeah, we can do that for you. Yeah, we can set that up for you. Yeah, we can. You know what, let me get back to you with the price on that. And then I go back and research how much it's gonna cost me to buy this stuff, how long it's gonna cost me probably to set it up and things like that. Or sometimes you can even do a sample setup yourself and then see how long it takes you to do something like that before you price it out. But really stay away from the word I don't know, because let me tell you, big businesses, some of those big CEOs and why not, half of the time they look the part but they have no idea. Some people sit in meetings for like big meetings, and they talk about things that they have no idea about, but they go ahead and research and execute. So really stay away from the word I don't know. I don't do that. I don't know how to do that. I think I'm gonna ask some people around. I've never done that. I'll see if I can do it. Stay away from those things, because it makes your client not trusting you, because already you are a small business, you are a starter. So that is already putting you at a disadvantage, because they see you as inexperienced. Because I really don't want to trust my big wedding with somebody else that somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. So if your clients show you something, you can say, yeah, I can do that for you, but let me get back to you within a couple of days about the pricing for that. Is that okay? Then you can go ahead and research. That's how I was able to do a lot of events I've done. I don't know if I've said this before. I didn't go to school for events designing. I never took any classes at all. I am a self-taught. I learned from YouTube and so many places, but I learned mostly from my experiences. For me to say yes to some things, and then practice, learn, practice and execute. That's how I was able to do most of the events that I have. That's how I was able to book most of the big clients that I have. And trust me, big businesses also do this. big businesses also do this. They say yes to things, and they have no idea how to execute it, and then they go to the drawing board and find a way to execute it. Okay, so it is very important to stay away from those words, I don't know yet, and things like that, because it gives doubt to your client. And even if your clients book you, your worst nightmare as an event designer is to have a client who does not trust you. Okay, because they will be there on that day, checking everything, dotting the I, crossing the T's, and so on. And while you are presenting yourself in all those ways to make your business look professional and reputable, it is also it is always best to look the part. Always dress professional, dress for the occasion, overdress when it comes to business. And then let me know if you thought about any other ways to fake it until you can make it. Comment if you are watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you are listening to this podcast, share with your friend, message me. If you are an entrepreneur or somebody in the event industry, please join my Facebook group on which is called GloGlo Decor Institute. GLO Decor Institute, like the school. Again, this was Gloria Anthony, and thank you for watching the Grow with Glow podcast. Have a good day. Bye bye.